insane trade today off the China news. This was ridiculous, super stressful. I was literally having heart palpitations while I was in this trade, which tells you I need to size down. So I'm taking a payout and I'm sizing down. Anyways, we made a low in the side of this 15-minute demand, really low volume and just kind of chopped higher. Made a pretty solid move up eventually. Flash crashed down into that demand, had a huge trapped seller on the order flow to create a double bottom in this 15-minute demand where I went long, targeting a zero print up over here. I exited for a 3.9 R, and then I kind of YOLO'd my last $100 because I'm so emotional and I tweaked out. Anyways, show you guys the live trade. This was such a volatile trade. I won't even have to speed up this clip for you guys. It was actually insane. Right now, volume is low, but as soon as news comes out, you guys will see volume came in real hot and price was moving crazy. Right there, news must have came out and volume really picked up, and we were flashing down into that demand zone. We barely did not break this previous low over here, and we were bouncing out of that 15-minute demand zone with a trapped seller on the order flow, which I will be showing you guys after this trade. So I was just kind of guessing my size position because at this point I couldn't calculate my stop loss. It was moving too quickly. Order filled. I saw it starting to move up after we trapped that seller, and I went long. Here I am taking some deep breaths because this trade was so scary. Um, it almost looked like a gamble, but I had confirmations. I had my levels. There was total reason for taking this trade, even though it looked sketchy. But I went break even so early. That's not even a 1-to-1, and I'm going break even. Uh, that just shows you my size is too big. So I'm not going to be risking $150 per trade anymore. I need to size down. All right, so the market was starting to digest the news a little bit, and we were starting to push up and really trap this seller at the lows, and really solidify that we were making a higher low inside demand with significant volume and trapped orders, like I said. Woo! Huge push there, real aggressive, up 2-to-1 R at this point. Crazy action, crazy action. At this point, super bullish, higher low, out of demand with volume and trapped orders on the order flow. I was just waiting for us to break this little bit of a high and see how we reacted above that high. I mean, at this point, if you weren't already in the trade at the lows, there's no reason to be trading this action. It's completely erratic and crazy, unpredictable action. Popped nice above that high, and we got trapped a little bit. So we didn't get a push above that high that I was trying to watch, and unfortunately we started to dump towards my entry, and I started to get a little bit nervous even though I was break even. The reason I have to size down is because I'm going break even early, I'm moving my targets to make more money, I'm trading emotionally, and not really following some of my rules. I'm following my entry rules, which is really important, and my risk management, so that's the most important thing, but my trade management rules are kind of falling off, and that's because my size is too large and I'm too emotional in my trades. That goes for any of you guys. Like, if you guys feel too emotional in your trades, size down a little bit. You want enough size that you care, and you want to try to trade the best and take high quality setups, but you don't want too much size that you're managing your risk poorly and your trade management is all out of whack. All right, check out this god candle. This is a candle from heaven. This candle was insane. Ready? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What a candle. This thing was moving, man. I was like, oh, we're hitting TP in a single candle. This is a 1-minute candle. This looks like a 5-minute chart. It's actually insane. Alright, here I am. Moving orders around. Trade management is terrible. My size is just too big and I'm getting greedy on my TPs. It would have smashed right there. Would have hit TP so clean. Here I am trying to put my like a trailing stop above my previous TP so I could let it run. Order filled. I just filled it there. I don't know. I don't even know why. I think I was just nervous. Order filled. And I re-entered because I thought I fumbled this trade and should have let it run a little more. Ridiculous. At least my risk was pretty small on this. Um, as you guys see, I just quickly got tagged out, and that was the day. Obviously knew I was getting ridiculously emotional and kind of tweaking out, so I locked myself out for the day. Here is the order flow confirmation for this trade. Right at 10:35, news probably came out, and we flashed into the demand zone. Right at this low, we had a really large market order for a sell, and we trapped that order, bouncing up, trapping that order, which was also a higher low in the demand zone. And as we trended up, I went long. I bought 5 micros with a really large stop, 6 points, like you guys saw, and we rode this trend all the way up to a zero print. A zero print is somewhere where very few orders were traded. Zero orders, either on the bid or ask, were traded, and price tends to gravitate towards those areas. So that was the target. Starting off June real hot with a 50% win rate and pretty good R ratios on my trades. We've had 2 really green weeks in a row, made $2,000 in the last 2 weeks, real money. So I am taking a payout. It's not going to be as big as you guys really want because I want to leave some drawdown, and I'm moving my risk to $100 or less. So I'm not going to be risking more than $100, and I'm only going to be trading one trade a day. So most of my losers are gonna be $75, and my winners are gonna be, I don't know, 200 or barely over 200. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for some more live trades. I hope you guys traded well. As you can see, we digested the news and we're kind of just stalling out. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys have a good day. Peace.